Hello, Greg here from Realsing, guys. Joined us. Well, I'm joined by. Who are you?
I am.
Who am I joined by?
I'm an enraged Joe Jackson right now.
Once again, guys, we have just finished recording an episode that was actually pretty fucking good, and then Joe realised that his Zoom mic had frozen. It's frozen at like 13 minutes in, but we didn't even have that 13 minutes because the whole file was corrupted.
We came up with characters.
So we have my side of the conversation. My side.
Yeah. If you want to, tell you what, you release your side, and we'll let people record their own version of what you're saying, like against it.
What you're saying. Yeah, fill in
play
along
blanks.
podcast.
That'll be a play along podcast, mate. That's it. All you got to do.
My side of the audio.
I have had a technical difficulty my end, unfortunately, where my microphone decided to freeze, which is a brand new one. So honestly, wasn't my negligence by not pressing record.
No, it wasn't. Joe had pressed record.
I had pressed record. I was banging out some zingers as well, and
the way we see we're on top form.
Really good.
We say how sick we were at the beginning of the episode.
Really ill, and really just like fucking a bit down. But we were on fine form. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, we've had a technical difficulty, and I have not recorded this episode. So that's where we are.
That is where we are.
We don't like disappointing you.
No, it annoys us because it was a good fucking episode.
It was good. Got nothing to draw now.
Yeah, we'll loads of random things. I ran over a squirrel. I bumped into Harry Bone in the pub. I went to Poor Boys. There were geese drops. We talked about potential teacher punching a student. There were all sorts going on.
We made up a whole thing that like Greg was being chased by creatures of the wild,
by nature. That was a whole thing.
I'd been watching Lord of the Rings. Should we just do it as quick as possible? Let's just do this episode as quick as possible. Greg, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good, awesome. Yeah, I watched Lord of the Rings this week. That's all I've done.
I ran over a squirrel. Went to Poor Boys. I bumped into Harry.
Awesome,
Bone.
sweet. Should we move on to geese dropping?
Yes.
What have I got? Actually, no. I'll tell you what. No, let's not move on to geese dropping. We'll save them for an episode that's proper.
Exactly. Proper
Didn't some woman punch a kid?
She did punch a kid, yes. She might not have been their teacher, but the child in question, whose age has not been revealed, was getting the wrong answers on the homework. So the potential teacher, in this case, or whoever was there teaching them, punched the child in the face multiple times.
Fucking horrific.
And said, "Don't worry about your lip. Your nose will be next."
Fucking horrific. Let's move on to. I'll tell you what I've always wondered about, Greg. What about people that have posted stuff on social media and their lives got ruined? You got anything about that?
Yes, we talked about that because they were the Piss Olympics. But I feel like we should hold that one back because I feel like
it was good. We were only halfway through it.
I feel like Piss Olympics is too good an artwork.
So
maybe we should hold that. We should hold those top 5 social media posts for an episode that actually goes out.
That's a good idea, actually. I totally agree. Maybe we can record another time where this doesn't happen to us.
Yeah, when this hasn't happened. That's the downside of us when we record this late in the week.
It is unfortunate.
Like we can be like, we'll record it tomorrow because I'll be in Indiana tomorrow. The episode goes out Tuesday.
We only have ourselves to blame. But that's all right.
Well, not really.
No.
We have technology to blame, but I suppose we are responsible for the technology in question.
That's it.
My new mic's still working fine. Thanks for asking. Everyone.
Yeah. So this solely lies on me. Unfortunate.
Even though Joe had pressed record, it wasn't on him.
That's all right. But yeah, so we're very, very sorry there's no episode this week. Everything that you've sent us geese drop wise, we will be reading out in the next episode.
Yes.
Yes,
and we will, along with any other additional ones,
which is fantastic because even though I've already heard them, 2 weeks is a long time, and I forget a lot of stuff. So it'll be fresh by then.
It is a long time. What is the date now? So this apology will be coming out on October the 1st. So happy October the 1st, everyone.
Do you reckon we should just title it an apology and see if people are just like, oh God, what have they done? Like
clickbait.
Yeah. We'll just clickbait it.
Yeah, clickbait.
It'll be our most listened to episode. But it's really just us. Like we haven't said anything bad about any sort of cultures or anything at all. We've just unfortunately had a technical difficulty.
This would have been episode 240. So we're not going to. This won't be episode 240. No. This would just be another whoops episode.
This is a whoops episode. Whoops.
We did episode whoops back in May when a similar thing happened, and here we are once again. Son of a bitch.
What can we say?
2024 keeps kicking my fucking ass.
Yes, so our sincerest apologies. please don't lose faith in us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks' time.
If you haven't already.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, we are sorry, guys. See you next time.
Yeah. Please send all of your...
You know what? I'll do what I did last time. I'll stick like another best off at the end of this. I think I did the second one last time. I'll find one.
Oh, stick an old... repost the best of Wankety Wank.
The Harry Bone episode.
Oh, that's a good, actually, yeah.
Sorry, the what?
I was going to say the Wankety Wank best of that you did. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Oh, I could do the Wankety Wank best. Well, there's a few things I could throw. Oh, yeah, I could do... I'll throw something on the end.
Wait, save the Bone Christmas special for when I fuck up in Christmas.
I'll throw a best off on the end of it. There's another one I can stick on it somewhere. I'll do that. Another compilation episode for everyone to enjoy.
Sounds good.
Sorry about this, everyone. We'll see you next time. Cheerio.
Bye.
Hello, welcome to the next fucking bonus episode of All Seeing Guys.
It's like we've got a Patreon all of a sudden.
It is, isn't it?
Release bonus content.
Extra
but
content.
We don't. It's free.
Yeah, because we're fucking nice people. I don't want to stop doing this just now, so there's still stuff going out.
Yeah.
As the last one you might have heard when we had episode 1 to 20, this is me doing a whole fucking segment of episode 20 to 40. 20 episode batches. This was a really exciting year for All Seeing Guys, these batch of episodes, because we had our first birthday. During that time. And that was a good everyone send all those fucking clips in, which I've dotted,
thank yous and niceties, and
which I've dotted a lot through this fucking compilation of fucking 20 episodes. I have put a lot of those clips from the birthday episode in there.
Yeah,
and just we had so many guests on.
Yeah, there was a lot.
We had so many guests. I swear I actually messaged you.
I was living with Caz at the time, so she'd taken an evening to sit down with us.
I swear I messaged you being like, episodes 20 to 40 has Caz on, Ed, Calum, Ben Monopoli, Lizzie,
heroes,
Jay and Tony, Tom Snape, Chris Fordrey, and my brother Jason on them.
We had a good time. We had a great time.
That was a busy fucking 20 episodes.
When you break it down like that, man.
Yeah, because it was just like, you're on the corner, come to Joe's.
Yeah, fucking it.
We need someone to record. So yeah, this was a really exciting prime time for fucking the young podcasting bucks, All Seeing Guys. Was fucking these episodes 20 to 40. Fucking enjoy.
Yes, if you enjoyed the first 20, here's 20 more.
Here's 20 more. And do you know what? There'll be 20 more after that, and then 20 more after that. There's like 6 batches of 20s.
It's exactly like Friends. They did the first season, and it was an instant hit. Then the second season, they got all the celebrity cameos in. Julia Roberts, Jean-Claude Van Damme. This was 1995. This was 95. These people were at their peaks. Van Damme was coked out of his mind.
So guys, enjoy the episode. Fucking, I'm not going to sign off because you've got the episode to listen to now.
No.
Enjoy it. Bye.
Hello, my name is George Grimwood. I'm the founder of the Podnose Network, a number of shows independently created by a number of brilliant people. One of the shows is the All Seeing Guys, and they are celebrating their anniversary this episode, so I would like to wish them a very happy anniversary from everyone here at the Podnose Network, and may they continue to thrive in their excellence for many years to come. And if they don't, well, we all have our peaks, so just don't peak too soon, because, look at Orson Welles. Citizen Kane, and just really kind of, it was kind of downhill from there. Let's face it. Obviously Maurice LaMarche did his voice in the Animaniacs, pretty much, Pinky and the Brain, and so forth. But come on, let's face it. His last role was Transformers the movie. Now, some people might say, that's actually quite good, but from Citizen Kane to Transformers, it's kind of a bit of a downhill. Let's be honest. There was that stuff that he did that was all very experimental in the 70s, but why is it now then a lot of people just remember him for being quite fat and going, the French in an outtake of a wine advert?
So one of my first abroad holidays.
Yeah.
I went to Tenerife when I was 1, but that didn't count, so I remember that.
Yeah.
But I've seen pictures, so apparently it happened.
Apparently I was there.
But the first time I went abroad, I think maybe France on the ferry, but the first time I went on a proper holiday abroad was actually with school.
Oh, really?
With secondary school, and we went to Spain.
Oh, okay.
But we went in the coach.
Oh, okay.
So I had 24 hours to drive there.
That's a lot of carnage, mate. That's a lot of carnage.
The journey there was horrible, to be fair. But coming back was never as bad. But that's when we first went. That's when I first got drunk.
Yeah.
Because there was a bar.
That's the standard thing,
there was
though,
a bar,
isn't it?
But I was with school. I was like 16.
Yeah, but man, it's like you're only supposed to be like 12 over there.
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
start
So
drinking
we'll
and
go
shit,
down
like...
to like the basement, like where this little club was underneath the hotel, and that's where we would go. And there would be like girls there from other schools, and that's where we would go and just full of kids getting drunk, full of kids getting drunk, people throwing up. But it would be awesome.
Yeah,
I remember like the moment I realised I was drunk, staggering into the toilets and kind of looking in the mirror and being all fucked, and in my head being like, I'm really drunk. I'm drunk. I've never been like it before. Just looking in the mirror in my head, just be like, oh my God, is this me? Is this me? Am I drunk? Like, so stupid. And then went back and just carried on dancing. I remember I was sick a couple of times in the hotel room, I think. But yes,
but I think
I fingered a girl on the dance floor.
Nice. Go on, Greg.
Yes. She came up to me the next day in the morning of breakfast, and she gave me a bit of paper and asked me to write down my address. So I wrote down my friend's address and gave it back to her.
No!
Just to see. But my friend Philip, man, like another girl did it to her, and he received a letter. And it was like full of glitter and like perfumed and shit.
Oh, God.
But we were like at school young, man. I didn't get anything unless my friend kept it.
And wanked over.
I don't know where she was from. I don't know where she was from. She didn't speak much English.
Kenya?
I don't think she spoke. No. I don't think she spoke much English. Because I remember she put the paper down, looked at me, and just went, "Adless." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Brilliant. I remember like when I was in like year 6, which is like like the one before secondary school.
Yeah.
We went to the Isle of Wight for some reason. I can't remember. Apparently, it was for educational purposes.
Ah.
I can't remember that. But
they have the model village there, don't they, in Isle of Wight?
Probably. Yep. I think that freaked me out as a kid as well.
Ah, I'd love to get there.
I remember like being given a disposable camera, and it was just like, now make it last the entire thing. I took like 23 pictures
of my foot
before we even got to the Isle of Wight.
Of course.
Like it was so ridiculous. And it was we were there for like a week, and there was like things that we went and did, like we went and saw stuff, and it was all just kind of like a trip for the year 6s. And then there was the disco at night.
Oh, of course.
Good. But like me and everyone was
there a
in
tuck shop?
Probably.
We had that at Cubs when we used to go camping. Tuck shop.
Nice. We had we had a disco in the bed and breakfast hotel that we were staying in.
Oh, bed and breakfast hotel.
Well, it wasn't like a bed and breakfast.
What, a B&B?
Yeah,
a B&B hotel.
It was like the rooms, like some of the rooms were like split up into like 5, so like 5 mates could like all be together. I had like 2 different sets of mates in like even in primary school. I had the bunch of mates that were all mates and all played football and stuff like that. And then there was just one other friend who no one liked. But I was mates with him because he was a good dude, and I ended up sharing with him. And like one day, because we were like one of the only 2 guys, me and this other mate, that only had a room to ourselves, just me and him.
Oh, very romantic.
It was kind of weird. And then one day, like a bunch of the boys burst in and said that our beds were pushed together.
That was a classic thing to say on the school trip, though.
Oh, it was too funny.
I'd heard that said at main school trip. It's not about you, but about other people.
That's
never
it,
about me, though. God, the whole time I worked at Natterjacks, I never called in sick, and I was there 4 years. I didn't call in sick. I reckon I went about 5-6 years before I ever called in sick, and that doesn't include that doesn't include me going to work and being sent home. Like that didn't happen.
Yeah,
like,
you turned up. That don't count.
Yeah. I hate phoning in sick. I fucking hate it.
Nah, so do I, man. Like it's
and
just
as a manager, you hate it when your staff call in sick.
Yeah.
And you know when you answer the phone and you're like, "Oh, Joe Jackson, blah 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 blah. How can I help you?" And you just hear, "Hi, Joe.
Shut up. Get to work.
Hi, Joe. Let's do it quickly now. You're gonna answer the phone. I'm gonna be a staff member calling in sick.
Okay.
Ready? Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, Joe speaking. Get to work, you cunt.
Hi, Joe. No, I'm really, really sick, Joe.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
I've just been sick all
night.
That's
what is that a symptom? Because that doesn't sound like a problem.
No, all night I was being sick.
Being sick all night.
I was on the toilet. I just kept throwing
So you were
up.
sitting on the toilet and being sick into your lap. Is that what you're saying?
I feel dizzy.
You feel dizzy?
I just feel dizzy, Joe.
Yeah.
I just feel dizzy.
What just happened just then? It sounded like you were molested or raped by a boar.
Just being sick, Joe.
Just being sick?
I don't think I can come to work, Joe.
You don't think?
No, I can't.
So you definitely definitely.
I'm not gonna go doctor though. I'm gonna know.
You're not gonna go. You're not gonna go doctor
I'm
either.
too sick.
But you're gonna have like 3 days off.
And just ignore my Facebook posts of me being
yeah,
out
of
till
course.
3 in the morning. That was from the other week. I got tagged in that post as,
You didn't
as
just
a joke.
So that's you that hasn't just woken up in Newcastle then.
No.
okay.
I'm definitely not in Newcastle.
You're definitely not in Newcastle.
No. Secure that accent.
Just
No,
secure
I'm
that.
not-
Secure that accent, Hassan.
So that's what we have to deal with as
It's bullshit.
retail managers.
It's absolutely bullshit.
Why have we invited you here? Why? Why do we think tattoos? Let's say Caz on. Because you work amongst the tattoo environment.
I do, yeah.
How long have you been working amongst them? Let's see qualifications.
Amongst, not animals.
Living amongst them. Narrated.
You've walked amongst them.
I've walked amongst
been narrated
the
by
painted
David
people.
Attenborough.
I was trying to work this out the other day, and what was really scary was that someone that I work with is in their very early 20s. And I think I worked out that they were about 10 when I started. Yeah, it was really quite scary. So I think it's been about 14 years. I got my first tattoo 14 years ago, and that's when I was offered a job in a piercing and tattoo shop.
Well, just you walked in and got a tattoo?
Yeah, well, I went in, got a tattoo. I had a friend that went there, frequented there, and whilst I was getting tattooed, they were like, "Do you want a job?"
Wow.
And I was 16.
But I guess that's just kind of like that's kind of awesome to be 16 and working in a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Is
Can you
most
get tattooed at 16?
Well,
it was 18.
Well, yeah. I mean,
This is where we don't mention the tattoo shop.
I don't know how many people of the law listen to this. But
I was 17 when I got my first tattoo, so I was under 18.
That's naughty.
it is naughty, and you know what? I wouldn't condone it. I certainly wouldn't condone it.
To be offered that kind of job, I guess it was just like from like chatting to the person during whatever piercing.
Well, I'd been in there before. I'd been into the place before for both of my friends. They were more like heavily kind of into body mods and stuff like that when they were like 15, 16. And I just sort of tagged along, got my first little piercing done and all of that, and had a chat to the fella. And then they just offered me a job when I was getting tattooed. So,
and that set you on your path.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
So you get your tattoos, you've counted them, we've lost count of them.
Yeah, I just got to 4 whilst you were talking, actually, and then went, and then like the rest. And that was like
I was counting, and then you asked me a question.
That was from behind my ear and my neck and the top of my arm, and then I was.
That was like one of your first ones, like behind your ear. Because that seems like that's kind of like.
But the big question is when you see like your parents, when you see your family with them for the first time, like, did they know you're getting it done? Any members of your family?
Yeah.
Was it top secret?
my mum did know actually, but I remember getting my first proper one at 18 and going home. It was like the first proper legal, went to a tattoo shop, like had ID and everything and like all of that business. And I remember going home, and it was sort of summertime, I think. And I was sat in the back garden. My brother was there. I was in sort of like a vest top or something, as if the very top of my back. And I remember my mum just sort of walking behind me, like pulling the top of my the top of my t-shirt back, and go, "What have you done?" And I loved that my brother just came in with, "It's not a skull with a big old dagger through it, is it, Mum? It's all right." And she actually, like, it proper children, actually, all right.
Oh, fair enough.
It's like, oh no, she's right. It could be permanently worse. No.
Yeah, it can be permanently worse. It's still permanent. Sorry,
still
Mum.
permanent. Yeah.
I didn't tell mine. I just went.
When was your first tattoo? What did you get? What was your first tattoo?
It was a really shitty like drawing I did of like a sad man with his hands in his pockets. Like it was really.
Is it covered up right
Oh
now?
yeah, it was well covered up. But I had it for like 10 years before I got it covered up because I was just like, I didn't know what to get next. So I had to be sure. So I waited on it for like 10 years. I had that motherfucker before I decided what I was going to do to cover it up.
Yeah. So here's the thing, because I'm like, unlike you two,
You're a blank canvas.
I'm an absolute blank canvas.
So you've got the spectrum covered then?
That's it. You have tattoos, I don't.
Yes, I have some
You work
between
in
one.
Yeah, I know,
and
but
you
like,
have tattoos.
every day I'm like, Joe?
Yeah.
Do you
I
want
like,
something?
I was just like, because when I was in the process of like moving in and stuff like that, Mom and Dad was just like, so who is this person? I was just like, oh no, it's Caz. Like we've known each other for a while, just from like down the pub and stuff. She works in that tattoo shop. And she's just like,
Drink.
Yeah, all right.
Picked up.
Was that
I was so
Natu?
waiting. I was so Latin.
Latin tattoos?
Latin tattoos.
Yeah, and they were just like, oh, she works in the tattoo shop. And I was just like, yeah. And it's just like, don't worry, like, I'm not going to be...
Parent alert.
Yeah. Concern. Warning.
Warning, she's a bad influence.
Dangerous territory.
Move out
Dangerous
immediately.
territory.
And then just the reminder's like, don't worry, he's 31.
Kingston upon Thames. A little insight into Kingston for you.
Some statistics.
No statistics. No statistics. I've got no stats. Just a little bit of info here.
Okay.
Kingston upon Thames, also known as Kingston. It's the principal settlement of the Royal Borough of Kingston upon Thames.
It would be weird though if, like, when you were younger, you'd be a kid and just be like, "Oh, should we go to Kingston upon Thames?"
It would, right?
Why do you need?
Can we go to the Royal Borough of Kingston upon Thames?
guys, good idea. Should we go to the Royal Borough of Kingston upon Thames later?
It was an ancient market town where Saxon kings were crowned.
Really?
Yeah, Kingston.
It sounds like a little rhyme.
It does, doesn't it? It's pretty good.
Do it as a rhyme, like a nursery rhyme.
It was the ancient market town where the Saxon kings were crowned.
That's the only bit that rhymes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
After
the only bit
that,
that
everything doesn't rhyme.
Nothing works. That was ridiculous. It was Kingston was a large part of an ancient parish in the county of Surrey. And was a town of an ancient borough formed in 1835.
You're right, these are boring bits.
Yeah. It's old, man. It's old. Kingston has a landmark in it. Well, actually, it has the coronation stone in it as well.
What?
The coronation stone.
What's that?
Where Queen's coronation stone.
Is that the thing in the marketplace?
No, it's by the police station. That's not what it used to be, but it's there now. It's a big stone.
An actual stone?
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's quite a famous thing in Kingston, to be fair.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, I do apologise. I've never paid attention to it.
I think it's why...
Because it's a giant fucking rock.
Kingston has a rock. It's very...
Kingston has a rock.
You should definitely go have a look at it. But there's something a bit more different about Kingston. It has another landmark. A landmark that I kind of like just used to it as being, so I don't really question it.
Is it options?
I've seen it. When I've been abroad, I've seen it on like London postcards. This
really?
landmark. Yeah. Do you remember like Josh who worked in a pub when he moved back to Australia?
Yeah.
And a little while later he put up a thing with, oh, my girlfriend knows I miss his home. And she bought him like a painted canvas of this landmark as well.
Oh,
They are, of course, what we know them as the fallen down phone boxes.
Yeah!
There's 12 red telephone boxes, and they're all knocking over like it's a domino in a line. It's pretty cool. Just 12 of them in a line, all falling down like dominoes.
I actually, because there was the storm recently that we had. Was it like the remnants of Hurricane Katie?
Yeah.
I saw a poster done by Kingston Police, and it was a picture of the fallen phone boxes, and it just said Hurricane Katie causes mass destruction to phone boxes, and they're all just tipped over.
See, Kingston Police can have a laugh.
They can.
Do you know there's a name for that structure? It's not just called the falling down phone boxes. It actually has a name.
I know there's like a plaque on it, but I would never read the plaque because I don't want to be disappointed.
You might be disappointed. It's not.
I bet it's really artsy bullshit.
What would you call it?
What would I call it? I would call it the fallen phone boxes.
Yeah. It's called Out of Order by David Mack. It was commissioned in 1988.
That late? I
Yeah.
thought it was like the 90s.
No, well, only 2 years away from the 90s.
All right. Fair enough.
Was
Good valid
commissioned
point.
in 1988 as part of the landscaping in the New Relief Road. It was described as anti-minimalistic.
Anti-minimal. Oh, I guess, yeah, that's pretty on point. It's not minimalistic in the slightest. It's 12 phone boxes tipping over.
I've seen the kids doing parkour on it as well.
Yeah, that is
I was
always fun.
trying to. Get a lot of skateboarders there as well. I've sat there filming as well.
And Japanese tourists as well.
Oh, yeah, they love
always
it,
see
man.
Japanese tourists there.
Yeah, it's a sight to see.
Oh, we come to take a picture.
That was
Racist.
That was okay, wasn't it? That
Stolen
was fun.
that from Henry
That was fun.
Zabrowski.
That was fun. Kingston is in Surrey.
And
Surrey.
Jamaica.
I remember someone asked me where I got my t-shirt from once. I was like, oh, Natjax. He's like, where's that? I was like, oh, in Kingston. He went, well, Jamaica. I was like,
No, you fucking moron.
no. Whatever it was. So what I'm saying is that don't be too good just yet. I mean, you're great. That's what I'm saying. You're great, but I'm saying don't do an Orson Welles. That's what I'm saying. Maybe do a Peter Bogdanovich. I mean, don't get me wrong. He looked after Orson Welles. Orson Welles kind of basically slept on his couch for a fair part of the 70s, 80s, if I'm not misunderstood. I mean, not to say that Peter Bogdanovich didn't have his own demons. I mean, obviously there was that woman who got murdered. What was her name? Anyway, I killed herself. Anyway, but that's not the point. Yes. Anyway, so don't be like Orson Welles now. Well, don't be like Orson Welles certainly in his Transformers period. I mean, let's face it, his last interview, he literally went to, I think it was Merv Griffin. What if?
What if I frazzled my bum?
What if I fingered a hamster?
What if farting was a language?
What if I woke up and I was Asian?
What if?
What if?
What if you swapped bodies with a stranger? So, ready? Let me set the scene, okay? You're out for a friend's birthday. You're uptown, you know, and you're really fucked up. Yeah, you're really fucking drunk. You don't really know where you are, but you have a group of mates, you're on the piss. The night is drawing to a close and you're getting ready to roll out the pub. And just as you leave the pub, really drunk, you make eye contact with a stranger in a group of their own. Different to you, perhaps it's foreign, different gender, perhaps it's a she, or a homeless person, but you make eye contact with a complete stranger as you're leaving the pub. And then, all of a sudden, fucking zoom! Whatever noise it might make, you swap bodies. All of a sudden, you're in their body looking back at you the other side of the room, or across the road. And perhaps it happens just in time as you get bundled into the back of a cab with your friends and it drives away. Now you're alone. Someone else's body in a strange town. It's not your eyes you're seeing through, and it's not a face you recognise. What do you do?
Wait, but do I have my mind? Is it my mind?
No. You just swap bodies with someone. Like,
So it's my mind.
It's now in someone else's body.
Mate,
that you don't know.
But it is. Do I have the memories? Do I have the memories?
Yeah, you're yourself. You're yourself.
So then I just go
You
home.
don't have his memories. Yeah, but you're in his body.
Yeah.
With his group of friends, and he's fucked off in your body.
Oh my god.
So my memories.
Yeah, it's your soul. It's your mind. It's you, but in a stranger's body. You've just swapped places all of a sudden. You're really drunk. You're far away from home. Just boom.
Okay, step one. Check his dick.
Yeah. And if it's a girl, check the vagina.
Yeah. Oh, so I could just change bodies with a girl?
It could be anyone.
Oh, that is it.
Could be like a homeless guy.
Whoosh.
Game
gone.
over, innit? Really?
I was like, see ya.
But you wouldn't know how to swap back. You wouldn't know,
I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know who to speak to about that. I'd probably kill
go
myself.
Bang their Mrs./man.
Yeah, I'd definitely probably do some experimentation.
You'd rob them, but you'd basically be robbing yourself, wouldn't you? You'd be robbing. No.
I suppose you would have to try and track yourself down.
How?
And just be like, maybe they would be like, "Oh, thank God you're here. We swap bodies." Or they'd be like, "Yes, I'm Joe now."
Oh god.
Yeah, but what's this Zoom thing?
That's just you swapping.
It's a sound effect. It's a sound effect.
So we've swapped.
Yeah.
And then the guy can see me, so I'm going, look, hang on, what's happened here? I know.
You got to find out where this person lives. Fucking, we'll find out. We'll go back to yours.
The other person's probably going to freak out as much as you are.
You get back to Sarah's, it'll be at your home, and she answers the door, and she's looking at this random guy, and you're like, "It's me, Ed." She's not going to be like, "Oh, okay, Ed, I see you swap bodies, come on in." Yeah. She'd be like, shut the fucking door, fucking not letting you in.
You'd have to be there, and you'd have to be like, "Look, I can convince you that like I am me."
But I don't think it's like in the films that it could be like, "Oh, I know that you."
It's like in Ghost
that you tap your hands 3 times before you put your slippers on.
But it'd be like, ask a personal question, and she'd be like, "Oh, how big's your dick?" And I'd be like, "Oh, 15 inches," and she'd be like, "Come on in, it's Ed." You know it would.
But it's not going to be like in the films where she'll be like, "Oh, Ed, it is you," like, rubbing your face.
Dude, come on, a believable size. Come on.
Did I say inches?
I meant meters.
I meant meters.
I meant clicks, Vietnam style. It's 15 clicks.
Just yards. Yards of dick.
So I guess we're saying that we'd probably either kill ourselves or find our
fuck,
versions.
dude. I mean, it's the only scenario that I'm thinking of is that person just drives off and then they're alone. If they were to like stop the cab and like run back and be like, "What the fuck is going on?" then I'd be a bit like, "Okay, cool. So let's stay together forever until this ends."
And explain this to every person we meet. We're actually different people.
It's like, hi.
So if you like the look of
it would be.
Guy,
I don't think people
actually have sex with me.
I don't think people would believe it if, like, so say like me and this person go to my mum and dad's house and I just say, "Hey, this has happened," and I just be like, "Look, I'm telling you all these things that only I know."
But he's with me.
And they're just like, "Yeah, but he could have just told you that." And I'm just like, "Okay, so this isn't working," and it's just it's a fucked up situation. Like, how do you get out of that? What doctor do you see?
What? I think it's more the convincing
You'd just
them
go
it's
mad,
happened.
wouldn't you? You'd just go mad.
You'd become an internet conspiracy.
Yeah,
because no one would really truly believe
it. No one would believe
let's
it.
put it down to fucking
these two people.
Asperger's or something.
Yeah,
but you wouldn't even know who
Alex
worked,
Jones
would
would believe it.
A bit deep on that one. If I'm sorry, I thought that we would be like, whoa,
that wasn't fun at all.
Yeah, we're doing a what if. I'm like, fuck, that'll be all right.
Drop that
my brain.
On the topic of bodily functions,
yes. Breathing. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Emily Hubbard, who I work with, listens to the show, asked, she was like, well, when are you going to tell that story about when you were on the train?
Oh, God.
Mate, when...
We'd forgotten about this.
We'd forgotten about this. Like, quite a month or so ago, me, Joe, and Harry Bone, we went up London for the Podnose meet and greet to go meet
we went
George
and
Goodwin
saw,
stuff.
we went up to Islington.
Had a few beers and pizza.
Saw George, met George, who
George.
runs Podnose. Shout out to George.
And Harry was as hilarious as expected.
Yeah, standard.
And on the way home, we said goodbyes to Harry, so we went back to Kingston, and we were running for this train. It was going to leave soon, wasn't it? We saw it on the board. And
we went full blown Home Alone with it,
and we needed, and both of us needed a piss so fucking bad.
Yeah,
of course, we've been drinking, so we fucking run to this train. We're running down the carriage till we see the toilet on one.
Yeah, one of those fancy southwestern trains,
and we jump on it. I'm like, toilet. I was like, you first, and I sat down.
So. You know, like, if you're familiar with the trains, like, you've got, like, you know, your carriage door, and then there's usually, like, a portal, which is the toilet. And then across from the toilet is usually, like, a row of seats. Not to wait for the toilet, just so you can sit down and shit. But, like...
but you shit in the toilets, not on the seats.
You shit on the seats if you want, but you're a disgusting human. And so, like, we get on... and the door's shut, as it always is. It's not open. And I pressed the button. But I snuck around the side because I've had previous experiences on those trains where I've pressed the button and someone's in there, just sat down, and I'm just like, oh, God, I've made eye contact and they're shitting. And it becomes, like, a bit
awkward.
sexual.
Yeah. Oh, sexual.
Not awkward, it's sexual. It's incredibly sexual.
Okay.
But, so, yeah, I learned from my mistakes, and I hit the button, and then I just turned around the corner and hid. By this point, Greg has sat down, like, opposite the toilet, and the door has opened. And the only thing that I see is Greg just make that sort of, like, startled, shocked, like, oh, my God, we've done the wrong thing face. And I'm, like, looking at him, like, what? And he's just, like, pointing, just like, there's someone in there. But I didn't see what Greg saw.
So
what did you see?
To me, I'm sat there, I'm sitting there going, hurry up, Joe, I need a piss. The door slowly starts to open, as slow as they do, like a circular sort of door. And as it's sliding, like a Star Trek door, as it's sliding around, I just see this guy sat on the toilet.
Like, trousers down to the ankles.
Mate, they're like on his knees, I'd say. On his knees, you know. No one's that comfortable.
He didn't commit.
No one's that comfortable.
He didn't commit.
He hated the fact he had to do it. I can't imagine any situation where I'd think, I need to shit on this train. Before it's even left the fucking platform, I need to go now.
Yeah.
He was desperate. Door fucking opens, and I just see this guy sat there, and his face, like, just pure confusion.
His nightmare had come to life.
Nightmare, and it's slowly opening, and you lean forward in the toilet, but you're just out of reach to hit the button, which is a bad design, to be fair. So I see this guy just kind of getting up, going, no, trying to hit the button, and he's not hitting it. I was like, no,
this is not happening. This is not happening.
And he hits the button, but it still opens the full way. Waits for a second and then slowly closes again. It's not fast. Just sat there looking at this guy, just like, oh my God. He's looking at me, just like, no. And the door just shuts slowly. And there's a train full of people laughing, like,
dude, so funny.
Sorry if you're out there or you've heard
sorry.
a guy that's gone through this traumatic experience. We're sorry.
Oh, the dream phone.
What a fucking awesome year it's been, man.
It's been a roller coaster, isn't it?
That time we sat down in your parents' house.
That's it, yeah.
And recorded like 6 episodes over a weekend.
2 days straight, just recording.
It wasn't until putting out the first episode I was like, maybe we should do this every 2 weeks to milk this. We won't have time to do this again. Yeah. So there's a secret. That's why it's every 2 weeks.
Well, tonight you're getting
laziness, I'm afraid, people. It's true, laziness. But I'm fucking stoked and excited every time we sit down to do this, and we're back doing it again. It's been quite a year as well. It
has. It's been a fantastic time. I think we've covered a lot.
Yes, we have.
The important facts. And
we're bottom of the barrel now for topics, so you guys really need to start emailing in.
Yeah, seriously. Although I did have an idea that we should do like a special on Michael Jackson.
Really?
But I don't know how funny it would be. Because we both really like Michael Jackson, don't we? Just like, oh, I don't want to say that.
Yeah, it'll probably be like a children's version.
That's how
fitting.
How fitting.
That's bad as well, isn't it? Maybe we should do that.
Have we started? I feel like we didn't do an intro.
We have started. Yeah, because you didn't hear it. I recorded it before. This episode, we have got quite a story for. This is going to be get your clips out.
Yeah.
We've got a few. You know what? You'll see as we go along. I'm not explaining it to you now.
Yeah.
You know what's going on better than we do. But you know what?
This is just us celebrating a year. That's pretty much what it is.
Exactly.
A year of talking a lot of shit in a lot of different places, and it's a celebration of our ongoing shit talking.
And we're still doing it, and we're still getting listens, and you know what? It's all being down to fucking everyone listening, whether you're a first time regular or even if you decide to listen, after this episode you won't listen again. Thanks anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then literally just walked home and slumped dead over his typewriter, and everyone remembers him for Transformers and other French. So don't do that. Also, yes, don't do the Peter Bogdanovich thing with Mariel Hemingway. Where was it? Mariel Hemingway? Some Hemingway. Anyway, someone killed themselves. So don't do that either. So what I'm basically saying is don't be like a film director.
Hi, this is Megan from Minnesota, and I just wanted to congratulate you guys on your first year of podcasting. And happy podcast birthday-versary.
What's up? This is Joe from the High Rise. Happy birthday, guys. Keep the podcast coming. We absolutely love it.
Be more like a podcaster like you are, really. So stick with that. That's all good. Was there anything else? Yeah. So don't be like Orson Welles. Don't be like Peter Bogdanovich. Although, to be fair, he was quite good in The Sopranos. He played Melfi's psychiatrist. And he's rather good in that, let's be honest. But then again,
before you came over, I managed to compile a small list of some standout reality TV shows that have been on in the past.
It was at this moment that I began an internal monologue in my head. Joe's made a list. I usually make lists. If Joe's made a list, does that mean my purpose ceased to be? Do I only exist because I'm a bullet point on Joe's list? Or do I cease to be because I'm not a bullet point on his list? Joe's made a list, therefore I no longer am? Or if I make a list, maybe therefore I am? At this point, I no longer knew who I am or what I was or what my place in the universe was anymore. Then I decided to just get a drink and maybe move on to this episode of the podcast.
Did you compile, or did you just go screenshot a website?
I copy and pasted from Wikipedia.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Copy and pasting is more than I do.
It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of took the first paragraph of every one. This one was actually in the UK back in 2004 called Shattered. The thesis
sounds
on
like
this,
a novel.
Basically, this is 10 contestants were challenged with going without sleep for 7 days while their actions were constantly monitored. Over the 7 days, the 10 housemates had to endure daily performance testing and variety of challenges. They were competing for a potential prize fund of $100,000. At any point, if a contestant closed their eyes for over 10 seconds, then £1,000 was deducted from the prize fund.
Wow.
So for 7 days, 10 people.
Where was this?
This was in England. This was filmed in England. I do remember it seeing it on television because at the time I really wasn't sleeping too well, and I was like, "Oh,
it was
my calling card. This was my calling." But I remember seeing.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, it does. It does sound incredibly awful. That for me is this was kind of where reality TV kind of changed a little bit, and it became almost like there was a lot of endurance.
Yes, okay, yes,
and it's almost kind of like. What can we make in the way of a reality TV show without getting sued?
Yeah.
But it kind of sees people go through unbearable fucking situations. Like going without sleep for 1 day is fucking bad. Yeah. Like being awake for more than 16 hours is a fucking
Were there
challenge.
young contestants, do you remember?
I think it was
ages?
probably a decent sort of range, probably like 20 to 30.
Elderly gentleman there.
Fuck
I'm going to win the
1,000.
We haven't even started filming yet.
2,000.
I came across an email recently which made me fucking crack the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't had one of these before, really. It's like one that was actually written to me in this sort of format.
Yeah.
One that I was like, this actually is quite a good read. It came from, I can't remember if I can say her name. Adevotke Azizu.
Let's have a look.
Well, I'm going to pass it over to you. Because
right.
Because I thought Joe could read this out. I thought it'd be much better if Joe read this email I received.
Of course, it'd be far more offensive.
Bear in mind, as soon as I got this, I put it on Facebook and had like family members comment on it. Just like it was very good banter. But yes, so this was the email. This was the email I received. Joe,
hello.
There you are.
Thank you very much.
Joe's going to read
the email. Bit of reading right now.
In question.
It's so good. This is from Robert Azizou. I'm gonna do an accent and we're all gonna be thinking it, so don't fucking have a go. Hello, Armstrong. How are you and your family?
Look quite well.
I'm lawyer to my late client, Mr. George Armstrong. That is great.
George.
I love that.
Uncle George.
I'm lawyer. Yeah. It just says I'm lawyer.
Ah, yes, Uncle George. I liked him.
I'm lawyer to your late client, Mr. Uncle George Armstrong. He was my citizen in the country. Sorry, I fucked that up. Oh dear, Rum, you're a beautiful thing. He was a citizen of your country, the former director Oryx Petroleum Benin. Before he died, he had an account valued at $8,500,000 deposited in Bank Benin. I want to present you the next of kin to claim the funds with my assistance. Reply directly to my email, equalitypico@outlook.com. Email that motherfucker. and ask for more details, and I'll give it you. Best regards, Mr. Robert Azizou.
What was his company again?
It was Director Oryx Petroleum Benin.
Oh, I used to love Uncle George's stories about petroleum Blenheim.
Oh man,
I used to love his stories about petroleum.
I think you told me about a few of his stories.
We used to sit around, Uncle George sit around the fire, tell us a few petroleum fucking stories. He was funny. Couldn't shut him up about it.
I just love the fucked grammar on this. I was sold when I saw I'm lawyer. Just like I am. It's not even I am lawyer. I'm lawyer.
I am the law.
I am the lawyer. Blah 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 blah.
Mate, when I put it on Facebook, and my brothers and my cousins were just like, Uncle George.
I missed the best bit. The best fact. Like I thought I'm lawyer was good. This bit's way better. Before his died.
I almost spat drink out my nose. I just feel like
before his died.
I just feel like I got out of a swimming pool. You feel it on your eyes.
Oh dear. Oh my lord. Before his died, he had account value of $8,500,000 deposited with Bank Benin.
It was real. I better ring him up actually. I better email it.
I mean, mate, there's nothing to laugh at $8 million.
Better be safe. You imagine if I got $8 million.
Imagine
Uncle George died.
No. Imagine Robert Azizi going to his boss and just being like, "Sir, no one is claiming all these millions of dollars. I do not understand. It's like they do not trust us."
They need to know that I am the lawyer of the uncle who has died.
He doesn't understand that I'm lawyer.
No, Ray said Ray's playing drums and.
Oh yeah, he said this yesterday.
Didn't his junior school's rendition of the Lion King.
Sick, man. How good is that?
I think school plays are fully
of the
alive.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think school plays are very well and truly alive.
You know they're pushing the Somali kids right to the front for that intro, aren't they?
Man, we should get a play band going. You know what? Instead of going to watch bands, we should get like play bands put together in Kingston and put on play gigs. 10 minutes, go.
That'd be pretty good.
Play gigs?
Yeah.
How? What, like
a musical, but the band's always on stage.
Yeah,
but they're like the central
they still
part
play
of it.
the length of a set.
You could do it so easily. So like the stage is set up so the band is in the background and everything goes on in front of them, but they're still the key figure of it.
I feel like you guys are on some kind of weird Greg and Joe mind link right now because
that could work.
What are you guys talking about? So bands play, and then people just create plays.
I didn't even mean
you could do
that.
it like you could do it like movies and shit.
I didn't even mean the bands. I just meant instead of starting a band, people could start a little group, a little fucking theatre group.
I think people do that.
Instead of doing
people definitely do that. They just don't do it at live music venues. They
don't do it down the cocks. They don't do it down the fighting cocks on a Saturday night.
That's a great idea. They should and they could call it. They could call it. It's a theatre troupe. They could call it that, and they could meet. And you know what? They could improvise things, and they could call it an improv group. And then they'd be hanging out, a few times a week, meeting up and just acting. And And then that might really take off. People might like that. They might want to watch that.
They
It
should
might,
make
it might,
films.
It might be
They should make
televised. You know? If they play, if they do it professionally enough,
I'm picking up the hint of sarcasm.
if they do that professionally enough, it might actually go somewhere.
I know,
but like podcasts.
But what I'm saying is,
they should make these. They could do
these.
these a lot. They could do these on like some kind of airwaves, even.
Like in an
Everyone could listen
in
to
an AM FM format. They could probably do this.
That'd be amazing.
Maybe I mean they might have to fill it with some music here and there. Maybe some
traffic
adverts.
reports.
I could see this.
Advert sounds like
I could
a
see
shit
this being
idea.
popular.
But I was saying,
terrible.
instead of bands playing, you could do tonight. We have the think of some names of theatre groups. Go think of a theatre name group.
Stomp.
Not
Tonight
the
we have
original one.
the Lion King performed.
I made up one.
The Tiffin's Boys School reenacting Con Air.
I was just going to go with a name.
Is that the-
I was
is that
going
the
to go
name
with
of the theatre
I was going to go
No,
with
that's their next
Jiffing
school play.
Dongle or something like that.
What?
I was just going to make up a name for the theatre group.
What's the one from League of Gentlemen? Legs Akimbo.
Legs Akimbo. But yeah, you put on Legs Akimbo, supported by Blank Slate. Like,
Nice.
What's so supported by a band?
Forget the band.
Forget the band.
All I'm hearing
It's
is
hard
you're
to
like,
forget the band.
because originally you were like, instead of bands, we should have people acting. Yeah. It's called the fucking theatre, Greg. It exists. It's doing pretty well on the West End of London.
I don't believe a word of it. I haven't seen it on TV. I ain't seen this theatre you talk about.
Theatre.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, there's. Can you believe the Green Day musical is still going?
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
still
I didn't
going.
even know it had started. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
even know it
been-
had
yeah,
been
that's
written.
been going.
American Idiot.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it nowadays. We
That's
should.
it.
We should make a musical.
Yeah, we've just had this conversation. Look where it went.
You could start one of those band theatre groups. I hear they're fucking trending. Hashtag band theatre.
What is that? Opera?
Oprah Winfrey Show.
Yeah.
Opera.
Do you know what they should fucking do? They should put a play with music, you know?
Yeah.
Old school music.
Yeah.
Big fat chick singing on about
Like we
it.
were walking.
That'd be
Yeah,
good.
singing the story.
Yeah, that'd be
She
fantastic.
should sing the
Yeah.
story.
In some kind of fucking foreign language.
But then also,
Why did you fucking
out.
Cockney accent for that?
because that's
yeah, no, but that's great. But also, whilst that's
Brexit.
going on, political
Ooh, hashtag.
drink.
No, but yeah, why not? Go on then. Only when you fuck up, but if you also mention something that's quite
Political.
nervy. Yeah.
That's a fuck up, I think. Poignant.
Hashtag mic drop.
Poop political. That's pretty good. That was a good fun laugh, wasn't it? What should we talk about next?
Yo, what's happening, Joe? What's happening, Greg? Chris here from Observers. Just thought I'd record a little story for you. Maybe you might choose to use it for your segment on the All Seeing Guys. It seems like we've all got enough stories from retail and experiences in retail. I thought I'd share you a little gem that happened to me while I was working in HMV in Wimbledon about 4 years ago. I was a LPO loss prevention officer at the time. I was on the late shift and I was going on my lunch. Must have been about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if anyone's familiar with Wimbledon, you'll know the HMV is part of the Curzon Cinema. Right across the road, there's a Tesco's with 2 little cash machines in there. So I was making my way over there to get some money out for my lunch. And I see an old fella, he must have been in his 60s, 70s, just leaned up against the pillar. And he was calling for help. Like if I was to do an impression of it, it sounded something like this. Help! Help! So I thought the dude was in trouble, yeah? And, me being a considerate guy, I wanted to go and help him. So I've gone up to him. I said, hey, sir, are you all right? You need some assistance? And he's like, I'm trying to get to the other side of the road and no one will bloody help me. I said, oh, bless you, mate. I'll help you. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you what, you grab me arm and I'll walk you across the road. And he turns to me and he goes, no, it's got to be your hand. So already I feel like that's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Why does he want to hold my hand? So I say to him, no, I'll tell you what, mate, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm a little bit taller, I'll crouch down a bit and you could grab my arm and link it and I'll take you over the road that way. And he goes, no, it's got to be your hand. So definitely in my head, I'm thinking, now there's something up with this guy. Like, you know, he's got something nasty on his hand that he wants to put on my hand, and I'm not having it. So I'm trying to think of as many excuses in my head not to hold his hand. So the only thing I could think of was that I've been at work and my hands are all dirty. But it's not like I'm a fucking builder or something like that. I work in fucking H&B, but that's all I could think of. So I said it. I said, mate, my hands are dirty. Like, I've been working all day. I don't want to get the dirt all over your hands. And he turns to me, I swear, I kid you not, right up in my face, like he squared up to me. He goes, I don't give a fuck. And I went, you what? He said, you what? I went, mate, if you're going to fucking be rude about it, you can bloody well walk across the road by yourself. So I walked off, and I could hear him yelling at me from behind, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, you leave an old man by himself. I walk into Tesco's, and then like literally 20 seconds has passed, bruv. Like, honestly, like 20 seconds, my conscience has hit me, like, and I thought, oh, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Just in case he is serious and he can't walk across the fucking road, just go out there, let him hold your fucking hand, let him get his kicks, and you know what I mean? At least then you've got a clear conscience or whatever. So I goes outside, like literally 20 seconds, bruv. He's nowhere to be seen. Honestly, I thought he was an apparition. So I get my money out, I get my lunch, I go back to work. I'm speaking to my colleague Dan, who was the other LPO at the time. And I told him the story. And he goes, was he like an old dude, like a little walking stick? I said, yeah. He said, like, you know what I mean, little checkered hat. I said, yeah. He goes, he does that all the time, but he'll never ask a woman, he'll only ask a dude. And most of the time it's a young dude. I'm not saying I'm a young dude or whatever, but most of the time he asks young dudes to hold their hand as he's walking across the road. So already I feel a little bit relieved. I'm like, good, at least, you know what I mean, the guy is some sort of pervert or whatever, and I was right to trust my instinct. I was right to trust my sixth sense. Anyways, about a month later, I'm at the front of the store doing my LPO duties, you know, looking outside and bored as fuck, and I see this fella crossing the road with a young dude, proper holding his hand, one hand like finger linked as if you're holding your girl's hand, you know what I mean? And then the young fella even had his other hand placed on top. So they're walking towards me and I'm thinking to myself, you fucking crafty bastard. You've actually found someone, hook, line and sinker. They fell for it. He's got to the other side of the road. The young fella's put his hand on his back going, you all right, sir, you all right? He's like, yeah, thanks very much. Young fella walks off on his way. Old man's watching him. As soon as he gets out of sight, old man turns around, does a fucking Kaiser Soze and starts walking normally, bruv. I swear down, there's nothing wrong with the guy. He could have run for a fucking bus if there was one in the distance. So it just goes to fucking show. No good deed goes unpunished. Especially if you're in Wimbledon, you see some old little pervert dude who wants to cross the road. Do not fucking hold his hand. Alright? Thought I'd share it with you. Peace out.
Actress who played Melfi, I sat actually, funnily enough, I sat behind her the other day in a talk with David Chase. I was in New York, and you know, you could tell that she'd had a few. I don't know if that's libelous or not, but nevertheless, it's not really the point. So yes, what I'm saying is have a great anniversary. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Don't be like David Chase either, because David Chase kind of does tend to.
Happy birthday to the all-seeing guys. This is Calum from the Fighting Cocks. What's in the shot? What's in the shot?
Yesterday, actually Lizzie was there, she confirmed, this is an awesome geese shopping. I heard something said that I've longed to hear someone say in an actual context.
In an actual sentence.
Yeah. So we walked past and there was two families arguing in the road.
Was this after like the barbecue and stuff?
Yeah, on my way home, yes. So there's one family one side of the road, one the other. One's walking down the road. And like the mum walks out from the house, following down the road, and turns to this girl and was like, what did she say to you? And the girl was like, she said she was going to kill me. And the woman turned around and said, you said you were going to kill her. Bitch, please. I fucking heard a bitch, please. An actual bitch, please.
An actual legit.
That is geese dropping fucking gold.
Lizzie, can we get confirmation?
I can confirm that, yes.
See, I'm not making it up. I heard an authentic bitch, please. That wasn't on a TV show or someone joking in the pub.
I've only ever heard Exhibit say it in a rap song.
Exactly. Well, there you go. I witnessed it in its natural habitat.
Wow. I mean, that's... she must have felt so good.
Oh
Just to have, like,
I kind of felt
years.
I should have,
She's
even
gone
though
absolutely years.
Even though the whole thing was ridiculous, I should have high-fived her. It was all class.
She did have an audience, obviously us,
Yeah.
walking past.
It was like a
you know.
skit.
Yeah, yeah.
All the kids in the family were coming out.
And then obviously the grandmother with her tits down to her knees, sort of like, who hadn't worn a bra for probably about her lifetime.
Gave up on it.
Yeah, gave up on it years ago.
Got past 60 and was like, sod that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, so she, you know,
As it happened,
Yeah.
I went keepy up with it. As the grandma came
And the
out, a car drove past, and the grandma shouted, "Run him over!"
in only true chav style.
She's the old head.
Yeah.
She's the old head.
The
like,
matriarch.
when
of
the families
family.
like when families have like interferences or like rucks with each other, the old heads go to get together and just like, how do we solve this?
Yeah.
Get Jane from number 36 up here.
She walks in, the fucking nipples hanging out the bottom of her dress.
Get your bra off, love. Come on, we need business.
We're having a
now.
tit off, and then they fight like giraffes. They fight like giraffes, but instead they use their tits.
Someone has to put up. Someone has to
They
put
get
up.
entwined up. They get all like tangled up.
If you put
like a yo-yo
Like
string.
boobs.
If you put your foot on my knee and just push back, they have to set up like perimeter fence.
Oh.
They're having a tit off.
It's like a cage fight.
Oh.
The Olympics are in full swing.
Yep, they have kicked off massively.
Are you a fan of the Olympics?
I
you
do
watch
not
it?
give a single fuck.
I'm like the same. I can't say I've actually watched any of the Olympics.
No.
Just what I've seen like on Facebook or clips on TV.
I don't understand why everyone gets so into it. I don't know if it's like patriarchy.
I think it
or
is.
like-
I think it's a bit of just like, you know, everyone's uniting and for the competitiveness of it. Like
The only reason
Sports.
everyone's uniting because they're all getting mugged in Rio.
Of course, it's being held in Rio, Brazil.
Yep.
I don't really give a shit, but there has been some fun shit going on.
Let's make it very much aware that neither of us actually give a shit, but there's been far too much coverage of shit that's been going on. Like calamity shit.
Not even like the actual Olympics themselves,
like-
just the shit surrounding it has been amazing.
You know the film The Money Pit?
Yeah.
The Rio Olympics is the money pit of the Olympics.
It ruins every town it goes to, doesn't it? The Olympics.
Mate, it decimates everything in its path.
And this place was decimated before we even got there, so they're fucking well truly fucked.
They apparently they made it like seem like fucking Rio was I don't know if it was getting gentrified, but if they said like, yeah, no, it's a lot better now and blah, blah, blah,
Of course
blah,
they said that, they have to.
And it wasn't at all.
So
It wasn't at all.
There's been a lot of things going on which have been dubbed Rio fails. And we've got some together because we were talking about this the other night, and it's kind of what made me think to look into it and basically bring what we were discussing the other night to the podcast because it was a good conversation, and the stuff we were looking at was pretty crazy. So we go straight away. Why is the water green?
Why is the water green?
Why is the water green? No one seems to know. It's just a Rio problem.
But it's not like beach water.
No,
It's
it's bad green.
Yeah.
It's Secret of the
I
Ooze
think,
green.
Like, do you remember that
It's
episode?
the new Turtles film,
Yeah.
green. Like, they're going to go in swimming and come out like amphibious
What was
fucking mutants.
the episode of The Simpsons where they get a pool in the backyard?
Oh, yeah.
But they don't put
Put the
chlorine.
chlorine
They
in
don't
it.
put chlorine in it. Maybe they just didn't put chlorine in it.
Maybe as simple as that. Because there was talk that, I think Sarah said to us yesterday, that they were trying to blame it was like the dye from the swimsuits making it green.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, which sounds... Because you were there when she told me.
Yeah, as Sarah pointed out, I'm sure they spend thousands upon thousands to make sure that their lycra outfits don't do that.
Yeah, and I don't think they're all in green either.
Yeah, and plus also like the men are in speedos, and that's
Maybe.
like the most like small amount of fucking fabric.
Maybe it's that thing they put in public pools, so when you piss in it, it changes colour. Maybe everyone's just pissing in it. Maybe they're just like, there's a massive swimming baths here, and people are just pissing in the Olympic pool.
That's, I mean, I would love to do that.
Argentinian tennis player Juan Martin Del Porto almost missed his match after being trapped in a lift for 40 minutes with no means of communication.
Hangover 2.
But he was but he was rescued by the Argentinian handball team, the Gladiators, who
I love
forced
that.
the door open.
Of course it did.
He was actually saved by his own native other sport team, who
A.
not even like maintenance or anything else.
This is exactly what I'm saying. Everyone's coming together for the wrong reasons.
Well, he's coming together with his own country. Other countries are walking past, being like, don't let him out.
I don't think I'm getting out of here alive.
This is me. I'm here now forever. I'm trapped in this lift. But I can do my secret Argentinian fucking yell, and the other ones will hear me, and they will come.
What do you
Gladiators, assemble!
He just gets out a giant shell to
Horn of Gondor. One handball team in the middle of their game just say, wait a minute. There's a tennis player stuck in a lift.
Like the beacons.
Get the fucking door open. Apparently, have you seen any of the opening ceremony?
Nah.
I haven't at all.
Actually, I only just because I watched that just now. I just watched that Aussie Man review.
That's all I've seen of it.
And I saw it looked very odd. But then they always are, aren't they?
They always are
just some
odd,
giant fucking metaphor.
Yeah. So apparently they used a Jaguar in the opening ceremony. But it got free and was shot.
Got free?
Not during the ceremony, I think afterwards. And was shot by the army.
That would be amazing, though. Imagine that if it just got free.
Okay, I don't know, but maybe being there, how many rules were put into place for them to have used a Jaguar, and it doesn't for its safety and protection. But the fact they got free and then it's almost like, well, what do we do with it now? Just let it go, the army will shoot it. It's fine, let it go.
Just let it go, the army will shoot it.
Just let it go.
I think, it's not very often that you see a Jaguar being used as a prop.
Unless it's a car, yes, like you say.
Yeah.
You have a woman draped over the actual animal.
Oh, mate, imagine that. She would be torn in half.
The Indian hockey team had to assemble chairs and tables after their ride at the Olympic Village in Rio to an empty room. They had to make their own. They got there and had to make their own furniture.
Brilliant.
Putting them straight to work. It sounds like.
Do you ever get that feeling that there's just certain countries that they don't ever play those sports?
Yeah. The Indian hockey team.
Indian hockey team, they're just like, right, we've got 6 months to assemble a hockey team. That's the film I want to see.
Yeah.
Like a cool runnings.
Yeah.
Cool running scenario.
But the Indian hockey team.
The Indian hockey team.
And 45 minutes of it is them just putting tables and chairs togetger.
Yeah. That's the ending of it. They get to the Olympics and then it's just them assembling flat pack furniture.
I used to work with a girl called Courtney in my old job, and she's talked about the time she used to go work in she was I don't know what the word is. I
can't wait until you receive the message from her saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe you told this story."
She won't listen to this. The hike, the camps in America, kind of like
summer camps.
Yeah, summer camps. Yeah. She worked on one of them.
That's kind of cool.
Like bug juice. Yeah, like bugs. Yeah, and she would tell us a story about when she would stay there. Me and Lee were always just like, "Did you shit in the woods?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm not answering that." Like, you did. And we always kept saying, whenever we'd say
something, shit in the woods.
Yeah, whenever someone would say something like, "Oh no, there's a Courtney shit in the woods." I'm gonna go for a wee.
Cool.
I'll leave you guys to it, and when I come back, we can go into some agony aunts.
Awesome. I'm gonna continue to talk about the great outdoors because I feel like I have something to say about it.
Okay.
How are you gonna get past? You're going the long way around.
Good question, actually.
Don't come this way. I'm not moving. Your move, Greg.
Do you want to come by? Do you want to come by me?
Go this way.
Great. I'll just move out of the way then. It's fine.
Cut this bit out.
Yeah, this is bullshit. This is dead air.
This is bad. I can't get
dead air. He actually can't get out.
Come by.
Really? It's like Crystal Maze. Who can remember the Crystal Maze fucking theme tune? I just started singing X-Men for a minute there.
Thank God he's
gone.
Like,
I know. Act like that fucking guy.
He kept turning me off for being too far.
Oh my God, can you believe the fucking amount of research he does?
No, but it's to be fair, someone needs to, because you're not going to do it.
Walkabout fucking magazine? Are you kidding me?
No, he's a subscriber to that.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Apparently it's a good read.
I can't believe he does that. That must be so boring.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to do it, are you?
No, of course I'm not going to do it. Exactly. I pay rent on the fucking recording studio. AKA my house. I know I live here.
You have to live. You need something.
I don't have to. I like living here.
I wouldn't want to see you back on the streets.
No, I don't want to be back there.
No,
I finally got rid of all the syphilis.
Have you got rid of it?
Yeah.
Oh, we need to have a party for that then.
Yeah, like a dick-sucking syphilis party. That's how I got the syphilis. We might as well celebrate.
Exactly. It's to start the cycle over again.
I mean, it's just like, he's not here right now. It's just like, Oh God, just doesn't stop.
I know, it's nice to have a bit.
I had an anecdote about me in Australia, and I just fucking got completely blindsided.
Well, yeah, who cares about you in
I
Australia?
mean, I know you guys have been travelling. I've heard about it for the last 8 years.
Yeah, it's a good thing you weren't there.
I went up a mountain in Cairns. I got a train up a mountain, and I got it's just like, oh shit, he's back.
So, so I was just talking about loads of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, Australia was fun and stuff.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Do you want to mind my sofa there?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Seriously?
Sorry.
Seriously?
That was bad, but it was better than the alternative.
That was fine. the alternative
I was
being
really
going
worried.
down on me a second time.
I was really worried I was going to stack it. So I'd fallen off climbing over the sofa. That all have gone.
Did you have a good wee?
I had a fantastic wee, Ben. Thank you for asking.
There's been so many Facebook challenges.
Here's a photo of me as a kid.
Facebook.
I nominate 26 more people.
Facebeggar update.
Facebeggar
This is
update.
Facebook
Again,
2.0.
I'd say it's
we
probably
never did
4.0.
the follow-up. We never did the
We've done
follow-up.
it in bits. We've done it in bits.
Yeah. No, do you remember there was always that one where it was just like girl I can't even say girls, that sounds ridiculous because it just sounds it's like girls. Women were doing it. And,
Yes.
it's so glad went, bitches be doing it. Women like were just putting up a colour and then I was just like, right.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind?
Sorry. I just
a goddamn pillow in my
just
face.
threw a pillow at Joe.
We're not having a pillow fight. This isn't one of
Not
those
yet.
pornos. Yet. As soon as he stops recording, he's in trouble.
Building Fort Pillow.
Fort Pillow.
So what was they put up a picture?
They just put up as a Facebook status like a colour. So it'd be like pink, purple, green, blah blah blah. And apparently it was just like the colour of the bra they were wearing.
Oh
and it was
yes,
like,
I remember this. Yes,
it was because obviously bras are fairly significant towards like the
burning of
and like the
wearing of
breast cancer charity people.
Yeah.
Cancer,
just charity.
Yeah, but they do like the walks, don't they? And all women
yeah.
wear the bras and stuff. Brilliant. Tell you what they don't like is you running alongside them masturbating. They hate that.
I thought they would like that.
No, they do not.
Oh.
Because it's not about the bras.
It's not about masturbating
It's not about the
either,
boobs.
is it? I guess
It's not about the boobs. It's about the bras.
You could be doing that tested bollock cancer.
Yeah, they don't like me running around my balls out either. You know why? There's no bras for your bollocks.
Oh, it could be.
I would like that because on occasion I do require some support.
Just go on Dragon's Den. Look, I've got an idea. My bollocks. Look how dangly they are. What I need is some support.
You know what I'm going to call it?
Here's a prototype I made. It's two.
It's a brollox.
It's a brollox. It's two cocktail
Look at my
umbrellas. Blue tack to the bottom of my fucking shaft. And the rest of bollocks in them, and
Exhibit
it's a
A.
bollocks.
Man,
Here's a picture of me in A&E displaying it.
Don't worry about that. That was the test run.
There's a doctor here to declare that it wasn't that bad. I can't have kids, and I can only piss between 1 and 4 in the morning, but it's getting better.
It's getting better.
Please buy it, because I will still put it out and hurt a lot of people.
Literally a gnat's hair of a slip on me. But yeah, no, sorry, going back to the original conversation. We've been really good at just getting sidetracked.
Yes, it's been fantastic.
The Facebook pictures. Because there was one that I remember seeing, and it was always when just like, I want to fill up the entire Facebook with superheroes. And it was just like, I want to fill up the entirety of Facebook with serial killers. You have to choose your favourite serial killer and change your profile picture. This one's for the last podcast page.
Yeah.
I want to fill up this page with serial killers.
Already is filled, mate.
No. Serial killer enthusiasts. They're not serial killers.
Sorry.
Man, I'm going to post that later.
Yeah, you should do. Sounds like a good idea.
I mean, when I say later, I'll probably like 3 days.
Put it in an envelope and post it in the post
in
box.
3 days' time. I'm gonna possibly remember that and then post it.
Or in a week's time when you hear this back and be like, oh shit, I was going to do that.
Oh yeah, I was going to do that.
Hello, Joe, a week from now. Hearing it back and being like, oh, I was meant to do that.
I sure hope you're in a better place, my friend.
Tag me in the post when you do it. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Is that who you're choosing?
Yep.
Charles Manson.
My favourite. They should fight each other.
Nah.
In
Dahmer
an arena.
would beat the absolute shit out of Charles Manson. Charles Manson was like 5'3".
Baller up my horse.
Just Jeffrey Dahmer was like 6'4".
He's like
no
Steve
contest.
Merchant. Steve Merchant should play him.
Charles Manson will just dance around.
He should host.
Actually, that's actually not.
He should host Crystal Maze as Steve Merchant doing Jeffrey Dahmer.
Hello there. So
This is the fridge zone.
Just wondering if you might want to come back to my place and I can eat your penis.
To the fridge zone. Get into the blue bucket. Oh, you've not eaten that man's genitals. You've lost the crystal.
This is exactly what I've always wanted from our podcast, because these are the drunk, stupid conversations that we have when we're drunk and stupid, recorded in a format of viewing possibilities.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Tony.
From How to Write a Tune. And we just wanted to say a big happy birthday to our good friends Greg and Joe from the All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to eat now. Big up the boys.
Yeah, happy birthday, bitches. You naughty Frango's loving motherfuckers.
Tuck it in, bruv.
All right, I will tuck it in. Yeah. It's tucked.
Cool.
Still, happy birthday, all right?
Yeah.
Hey folks, it's Gaz here from the Open Up House podcast, and I'm just recording a quick message to say a massive congratulations to Greg and Joe on their 1 year anniversary of doing the podcast. Whether it be a cheeky Nando's or a naughty Frango's, just hope you guys have an absolutely awesome time celebrating and just keep doing what you're doing. You guys have some of the funniest segments in podcasting I think I've ever heard. Wankity Wank is genuinely one of those things that will bring tears to my eyes in laughter. It is absolutely friggin' hilarious, and I look forward to you guys coming around every single fortnight. So all the best for the future, guys, and I can't wait for another year's worth of podcasting. If you ever want to come on our show and do a crossover, you hit us up straight away. We'll have you on any day. And in the meantime, motherfuckers, toodaloo.
I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to your talks. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable for inedible heartbreak. Thank you.
So to celebrate the a year since our Agony Aunt special, we do have a bit of an incest-based Agony Aunt this year. This one's a bit different, the first one.
Flocking in.
This one's a bit different, the first one. After this, I am going to go a bit lighter on the incest talk, because this one's been quite a heavy incest episode.
Yeah.
And it's going to get more heavier.
Yeah.
More heavier, is that a word?
More heavier.
We'll go lighter next time. We'll talk about something else horrific instead. But
murder.
We'll talk about family murders.
Child murdering. Tune in next week.
Make a nice jingle for that.
We're going to cover the load of them. John Bonet, Maddie McCann.
We know what you
some of the teenagers that no one really cares
about. The one
about.
Jason Voorhees killed in Camp Crystal Lake.
Oh, have you seen that video game?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
How amazing is that? Crowdfunded.
But you can be over him or the people trying to survive.
Yeah,
to hide for like Alien Isolation, hide from Jason Voorhees.
It's like 7-on-1.
Yeah,
all based online. So there's one person playing Jason who's obviously super powerful, and then it's all the camp counselors that have to try.
You see, they got what's his name, Kane Hodder, isn't the guy that played it? They got him in to do the live action, the. Reading.
I hope that
so he
comes
acted out. I saw a clip of him filming a bit where he's in the suit, not the Jason suit. He's in the motion capture suit.
Yeah.
And there's one of the students in his suit, and they're against a wall, and he's holding this bit and slamming it back. And when they cut to in the game, it's him slamming his head in the door. It looks awesome, but really well done. Anyway, incest. Well, we actually went off into what could have been a good conversation point that I didn't fucking look into. Just I saw that, it was good. Why don't I talk about that?
We'll talk about it afterwards. Well, we've already talked about it.
I don't know how else to add to it, to be fair. This one's a bit different than Agony Aunt. It's a question posted into a discussion board.
Okay.
And lets public people reply.
Okay.
Then it'll be followed by a regular incest Agony Aunt.
So this is going to be someone asking for advice and a load of people responding.
Yeah.
That's, I guess, what message boards are, really.
Yeah. There you go. Joe notices things on the internet. So here we go. I can't even say this person's name. Reem Habibi Sex. Weird. Only one post. Hi, I recently have greatly affected. Bad spelling. This is not me reading it wrong. This actually is written shit.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself.
Hi, I have recently greatly affected with my mum. Beep. Show beep. During her changing. This makes no.
Do you want me to try?
Mate, I'm not reading it wrong. I'm not.
Hi, I have recently greatly affected with my mum's beep showing during her changing.
I told you.
That is
That's
not.
it.
That is not great stuff.
Oh, it's a young kid. No. You continue. What else happens?
I saw her by mistakenly. I saw her by mistakenly, but no, I am unable to get out of my mind. I want her badly. I want to have sex with her. Please advise how to approach her. Son, you've come to the right people. Because this is what we do.
So before we go in,
before we go in,
I'm not even the biggest response. I'm not even going to read because it's boring. I'll read you the first line.
Is it picking out the grammatical?
No, I don't think anyone does.
Grammatical
errors. The irony. So this person says, "Your mother." This is her name is
Lieutenant Dan.
Her name is Preto, ma'am.
Wow.
Your mother is probably far and away the biggest female presence in your life, right? And now you're hitting the real sexual years, and females are really becoming sexual items in your mind more than ever. Well, if any woman in your life was a similar position, always around taking care of you, similar personality, then having sexual feelings for her would seem much more understandable. She's kind of like,
she's on it. She's just like, yep.
She's understand.
You know why? Because she's just married her fucking daughter.
I think some other girlfriend may help too.
That's some very clever advice.
So hers is boring.
Hey, maybe try and not fuck your mum.
Some of them
sound right at all.
And then the moderators come on and being like, I have allowed this thread to be visible because there are quite a few people who face this issue. If the readers have something constructive to say about the issue, say it. Otherwise, just read and carry on. This is my request to all you guys and girls. So obviously it's quite a popular problem they're having here. This guy's response is great. By reading the above query, I feel you are mentally sick and you require medical and psychological help urgently.
Straight to the point.
Thank you. You went straight in with that one, didn't he?
Yeah.
Really good advice.
No messing around.
When I was going through your post, I was like, oh, how disgusting. But then I thought it happens to many people your age. Don't ever think of approaching her, please. She is your mum. God. God. She's godlike. You have to take this feeling and thought out of your mind for everyone else, or you'll feel guilty and might develop negative feelings for females. Wow, she's gone in as well.
Yep, she is.
And then she's agreeing with her previous posts. This guy just put, man, are you crazy? Another person just put, you need help.
I've never heard a ha 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 like that before.
I didn't know how to go with it. I don't know a full-blown laugh. So
because I always like when I read it, I always go ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Ha.
I was trying to do it as I was reading it, but just not comically.
Yeah.
Flat to the point. So yeah. So
what do you think he should do?
He basically, a couple of women were just like, you know, it's normal. Just don't act on it. Move on. And everyone else is just like, man, you crazy.
Man, you crazy.
You crazy as a coconut.
I don't know. What do you think he should do?
Not how to approach. He's already made up his mind he's going to do it. How do I approach her?
Yeah.
I bet she's all like, he's acting weird around me. Keep catching him fucking sniffing me pants and jerking off in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's weird.
Thomas, I've told you. Thomas. Now imagining that.
I think the best time to approach her is when she's sleeping.
Yes.
I think that's...
If we're going to give him advice to the actual question he asked, because for once somebody actually asked a question.
It looks like no one else is. They're just giving their opinion.
Somebody actually asked a question, so the advice is yes. We just here, I guess.
So if you want to approach her...
Just get it over with and then move on with life.
I would say the best time to approach her is when she's least expecting it.
In the bath or the shower.
Yeah, you know.
Half the work's done for you.
Yep. You know, possibly whilst walking to her car or late at night. Just that's the best
Thomas, what are you doing out here? You're catch a death of cold.
Thomas!
Thomas! So there's our advice, I guess.
Yeah.
But overall, it's not a good choice, my friend.
Yeah, well, no, we don't condone this kind of behaviour.
It's not a good choice. There's other things you could be doing.
We do condone advice
Joe was
giving.
talking earlier about pornography on the internet.
I was.
Why don't you, get in touch with Joe and ask him, and he'll set you up with some links.
Yeah.
Baywatch movie. David Hasselhoff loses his mind after being let go for refusing to retire and plants bombs under every single beach hut along Malibu Beach.
That'd be amazing.
If this is not the plot of the film, then it's gonna suck. Like, and that's the film I want to see. I want to see David Hasselhoff batshit crazy.
Yeah,
as
the
Hoff. As the Hoff as well. Just
crazy Hoff.
He could play that so well.
Yeah, and The Rock.
I think he could.
It would be a great adversary for him.
And then they'll headline WrestleMania with a fight with The Rock versus Hasselhoff, and he'll be like, "Fuck yeah!" The Hoff's just like, "I've got the Berlin Wall behind me. You think you can stop me?"
Do you remember when
I dropped the Berlin Wall?
Do you remember when Schwarzenegger did it again? Did it on WWF for his film when he walked in the stage, got in the ring, threw his son on the floor, was like, "Come see my new movie, End of Days."
Nice plan. I like it. If you're Arnie though, people will just let you go places.
Yeah,
man.
You want to walk into the area that people aren't going to be like, "Oh, stop, Mr. Schwartz." No, that doesn't. I'm sure he's meant to be there.
Someone booked Arnie, right?
Yeah.
Because I let him on stage.
That area's restricted, but it's okay. He's fine. He's fine.
It's all
He better not have my fucking sandwich out that fridge though. If he does this every fucking day, comes in and nicks me lunches and leaves.
Did you ever hear him?
I'm doing it.
Chill out,
I'm doing it. I now know why you cry.
Take a hike, bozo.
Bad lunch.
Did you ever hear him on the Nerdist? Like he was.
I think
it's a
I
really
did.
good podcast. Like he was he was
episode.
an excellent guest. He totally embraced the this is not what this is so weird, but I'm just gonna fucking go with it and tell stories and stuff. And it was fucking awesome. Like it's just after he'd come out of office.
Oh,
So he
it's
just
really
so many
interesting. He was
stories.
like, I need to keep busy now.
So many stories. Like
I remember actually when he was, I don't know if it was when he was running for governor or anything at all like that, but there was a particular event he went to where someone chucked like an egg at him.
Ooh.
And a reporter asked him about it. He's still like wiping the egg off his back, and the reporter's just like, sir, do you have any comments about being like an egg being thrown at you? And he apparently just turned around and just went, this guy owes me bacon now.
Yes, and that's how you fucking handle it.
That is how you do it.
That's how you handle it, man. Like a fucking
Not like fucking John Prescott. You double tap the guy in the chin. Like fucking.
To be fair, that's the only thing I respect John Prescott about. For it's like
just a man waiting to snap, and all he needed was a little nudge, and then someone eggs him. And
It wasn't even the egg. He just turned around, saw the guy, and he's just like, nah, he's got a mullet.
Number 11 and 12 are hard if you're trying to prep for both of them. The first one is drought.
Yeah.
There has been drought, hasn't it? In America, wasn't it a whole thing with drought, like in certain states?
This,
Or was that milk?
um,
That was
I
milk,
think-
wasn't
I
it?
think it's in
almond
California.
milk, wasn't it? Then the hipsters have a fucking
drought
panic.
of almond
'cause there was,
milk.
do you remember that was a big thing, wasn't it? There was a drought of almond milk, wasn't it? I swear there
Fuck,
was.
there was, yeah.
There was a drought of
Did
almond
you
milk.
just put whole milk in my
Someone
almond
said,
milk
imagine
latte?
that.
There's a drought of Ferrero Rochers and sorry.
Imagine that news report. There's a serious shortage of almond milk. Vegans are outraged, and they're just like, when are they not outraged? They are constantly outraged.
And when are they not telling you they're
And when are they not telling you they're vegan?
I can tell by how angry you are, you're vegan.
Yes.
But then followed by reason 12, floods.
I must say, though,
To be fair, floods have been quite popular of late.
a couple of years
They're making
ago,
a comeback.
A couple of years ago, the new house I just moved into, we had the Thames flood just near us.
Is this sort of like still like
close.
Walton
Is
Hersham
this like
way?
the
or-
Christmas time? This is like the time
yeah.
Is this the time when they run up to Christmas when those people got fucked over with floods?
Basically, yeah, it was
Yeah.
around that time. I took my kayak out the garage and I kayaked across the field nearest me.
Holy shit.
So Hurst
That
Meadows, if
flooded.
anybody out there knows Hurst Meadows, I kayaked around Hurst Meadows.
Wow.
At that point in time.
Damn, man.
The water was at least 2 foot deep across there. Fuck. So I just kayaked around.
Yeah,
it was
no,
quite
why the
fun.
fuck not?
It's kind of surreal though, kayaking past like a dog shit bin. Like, and it being at the same level as me as I'm going past.
Did you
it.
quickly
It's like,
form a gang called the Smokers and go find Kevin Costner? But the actual
Cigarettes
phrase,
and-
it's like
cigarettes as
Someone
currency.
sees you, what are you doing? I'm Dennis Hopper.
what did you say the field was called again?
Hurst Meadows.
It sounds like it sounds like slang for having sex with an older woman. I kayaked through Hurst Meadows.
Because of the hearse. Because she's dead.
Oh no! Whoa.
Hurst. Not Hurst Meadows.
I'm gonna.
There's Parkinson, of course. You know, he I mean, I wouldn't compare him with an interviewer of, say, Today, for example. But if one considers that perhaps he...
Oh my God, you guys! Did you hear that it's the 1 year anniversary of the All Seeing Guys podcast?
Oh my God! Get the fuck
I didn't know that. That's so bad.
I did hear something like that.
That's
I did.
fantastic, guys. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
And we wish you another 2-3 10 years.
Yeah, couple 2-3 more. Yeah, maybe.
Absolutely, for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting us to send you a message for your birthday. We wish you all the luck. And we're so excited for you guys. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Hey, we forgot the seats from Chicago's local ass bitches. Oh my God.
If he was there, if he was our sort of regular person today, I mean, if you look at Dick Cavett, for example, compare Michael Parkinson to Dick Cavett, I would say Dick Cavett was the one who got more of interesting answers out of his guests. But then again, you could argue he might have had more interesting guests. So it's a tricky one, really. I mean, ultimately, I would say that. You know, if you're going to go for one interviewer, I'd say Dick Cavett. I mean, who, funnily enough, who I also
want to give a nice little get well soon to Moses.
Ah, yes.
Moses, the town ambassador of Kingston upon Thames, United Kingdom.
There's some.
It's full title, by the way.
There's been some recent activities in the Moses department.
Yes, there was a post put on Facebook a couple weeks ago, basically just saying "Rest in peace, Moses."
Yeah,
and everyone in the local area went, and it was an interesting couple of hours.
Facebook Kingston went off.
I wasn't convinced he had died, so I was following this story.
I wasn't.
intensely.
You messaged me. It was just like, you seen this, and it was just like, I don't know, man. Like I didn't know how I felt about it. But then I started seeing loads of Facebook messages of people just being like, oh, it's so sad, R.I.P. And it's just like, it hasn't been confirmed yet. Like it's just like a message, and it just fucking spiraled out of control. Everyone genuinely thought he was dead.
Mate, I joined so many closed groups about Kingston
you
and
really
Surbiton,
did, didn't you?
Just following stories, following people's opinions, so I could track down like someone who knew someone to confirm he wasn't actually dead.
Greg's a fine actual detective.
I went into
he did
full
2 hours.
police
2
work.
hours.
I was doing it while watching the Louis Theroux Savile follow up.
Brilliant. He was just like, I could have fucking solved that. I could have cracked that Savile case.
It was a dark evening, man. Yeah, I'm watching the Savile Louis Theroux follow up and doing this. Man, it was a dark evening, actually.
I was drawing like cartoons and like smoking weed. It was brilliant. I was having a much better evening.
So I got to someone's benches was like, is he actually dead? Has anyone checked? Does anyone know?
Yeah.
Like his neighbour was on there at one point, and somebody was like, I've asked the guy who posted the original picture. He told me to do one, pretty much.
Wasn't it someone associated with like a nurse at one of the hospitals or something said that he'd been in recently or something like that?
From what I gather, he'd had a stroke and was in hospital.
Yeah.
But like he wasn't dead.
I've been looking out for him again, but I know, like, I mean, a stroke.
Davian Dent actually said he saw him recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, like, a stroke is nothing to be fucking like scared. Like it's nothing to like walk around from afterwards. You know what I mean?
You may have thought Joe was simply just stuttering there, but no, he was actually doing a multi-skill item there. He actually knocked a big candlestick and was like catching the candle and putting it on the table while continuously talking. It was very impressive to watch.
Thank you very much. This is why we should live stream for moments like this.
We'd have to put all the props around us. It's like
something. No, we'll do plate spinning whilst doing it. It's like, whoop, that one's loose.
We just put the actual kitchen on the stage. So yeah, as Joe said, like people started getting aggy. There were arguments. Groups were removing posts. It was all getting a bit deep.
Yeah, it was getting a bit deep, but also that's how much everyone loves Moses.
It's true.
Like that's just it. Like everyone was so fucking like annoyed that it could be a fake that they wanted to find out the truth.
Somebody set up a bloody crowd fund me sort of page.
Yeah.
To get a memorial for him.
Suggestively, that was brought up to possibly be a scam.
Yeah, I don't think it was though.
It was what was it? It was a GoFundMe to get like a statue of Moses or something like that.
Yeah. But apparently he's alive, so get well, Moses.
Yes.
Thank you for sending me on that crazy detective journey I went down.
A good 2 hours, wasn't it?
That was fantastic, actually. I did feel like I was doing research for our radio play.
That's good.
Like I was just being a detective for 2 hours to see how it felt by Googling and following Facebook groups. And
you're so method. I need to do more detective work to become the best detective around. I do enjoy like winding up Greg and telling him that episode 1 is like the best of all of them, and he's just like, when you say episode 1, you mean episode 4? I mean episode 1. I mean the first one. And he was like, yeah, like the fourth one. And I was just like, see, you're not making sense in this situation. I'm making perfect sense.
I know, I'm not.
So yeah, I do enjoy.
It's quite clever. Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese.
So yeah,
secret.
I do very much enjoy winding up Greg by telling him that the first episode 1 is like the best of all of them.
It's the best of the shit ones.
It's
awful.
What is your favourite Star Wars film?
Oh, well, it'd have to be Jedi. It's got to be.
I don't know what that
Jedi.
reference is.
that kid,
that little boy.
He's my favourite. Yeah. He's marvellous.
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, he's great in it.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi. It's awesome. Jabba
Have you seen Anakin Skywalker now?
Is he like in prison or something?
Man, he is so in prison right now.
What, the little kid that played?
Yeah, he's gone
really?
mental. Gone back shit, fucking crazy.
Turned to the dark side, didn't he? It was happening in the film.
He was like, oh, I wish they'd let me play them in the second and third one.
I wish that film wasn't fucking awful.
So yeah, like the new one's coming out.
Mate, it looks fucking awesome. I'm so excited for
it. Was it like the
Rogue One?
The prequel? So is this?
I'm staying a bit clear of that word prequel because
it's not a prequel, is it?
It left a bad taste in my mouth.
Is
when I was a kid.
Is it coming out before? What is it? Episode 8?
Yeah, but it's
They're
not.
doing
It's
one
not
every
in,
other year.
It's not in the same.
Oh, okay. So
it's not in
episode
the
8 coming out
same.
next year.
There's going to be 6 new films, and every other year is the continuation from the Force
that's an
Awakens.
interesting attempt.
Yeah, and then the other film's going to be offshoot films.
Okay. So
Star
they're
Wars
basically
story.
creating their Marvel universe. Is
Yes.
basically
Yeah,
what
yeah. Well, it's Disney. Disney owns Marvel as well.
Yeah,
Fucking
of
hell.
course.
They own Disney. They fucking don't own Disney. Disney own fucking Marvel.
Disney is terrifying.
And they
In
own,
that
and they
sense.
own fucking. Where the fuck were we just talking
is
about?
fucking mental. Wow.
Star
Jesus
Wars
Christ.
and Avengers, man. Star Wars and Marvel. That's a big. That's
They'll
two
do a
hefty
crossover.
fucking
Mate, they'll do a
franchises.
crossover and it'll be like
biggest in the
Star
world,
Wars
man. It's
versus
the-
fucking...
As well as all the live action renditions of their old classics they're making now as well.
Yeah,
They just announced Guy Ritchie's doing Aladdin.
What?
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie's going to direct the
I
live
want to
remake
see
of
that
Aladdin.
actually because I just want to see like fucking Dexter Fletcher just on the carpet.
Playing
just going
Aladdin.
like, oh, you mug!
He'll be the genie.
He'll be the genie.
Dexter Fletcher.
Mate, Dexter Fletcher. It'll just be a Cockney because they can't fucking reenact fucking Robin Williams when he was because he played the genie in the fucking film, didn't he?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
There's no way they can fucking reflect that, like remake that in any sense. So they might as well just get Danny Dyer.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
Got
Three
me dressed
wishes.
Got me dressed up like a fucking mug right now.
Got my little pants on. Give me your fucking wishes.
They told me someone was going to polish my lamp. Now, from where I'm from, that's a wank off. I have not been wanked off yet. Instead, I'm dressed here like a fucking lemon.
Yeah, we're going to do
We're
top
gonna
fives.
see what happens.
We're going to do some top fives.
It's dangerous. So are we going to do it like we do one each? And we go like you go, I go,
Yeah,
you go,
yeah, let's
I
do
go.
that.
Okay, fantastic.
Cool.
Okay, so who wants to start?
I guess I'll start.
You're going to start, so you're going to
Yeah.
ask me the category.
I'm going to ask you. Yes,
Okay.
I do have answers for this one as well because I was really proud of this because mainly this is why I came up with it just so I could have my own list, and it's a great list. Your first top 5, Greg,
Okay.
is top 5 TV theme tunes.
Wow, okay. Does this include cartoons or just TV shows?
Cartoons, anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cartoons. I
like that. I
realized
didn't. No,
I
this is
realized I didn't actually. I don't think I actually picked any cartoons, but
No.
it's all part of it.
Okay.
I think cartoons are a big deal when you're younger and stuff.
You know,
Like,
the hardest bit about this is you have to do it in top 5 order.
Oh.
That's the hardest bit because you're going to think of things as you go. You're gonna.
Yep.
Okay, so you gotta not go by just the order you remember them in. You're gonna have to actually think about the order of 5.
Are you
going to
go from 5 to 1?
God, this is very complicated. So I'd say start from 5 and go to the best one, be number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Say for me, TV series, top best 5. Okay, so I'm going to go for number 5.
Okay.
It's going to be the Rugrats theme.
Oh, shoot.
Just because, that sticks, man. Like
it was so simple, wasn't it? That was it.
And I loved the whole intro. I used to fucking
All
as a
through the
kid
point of view of Tommy and
before going
like-
to school, Nickelodeon on fucking the whole intro, the music, and even when it did the and showed you the name of the episode, it was always like yes.
So good.
But
That's a good one.
yeah, so I'm gonna go number 5. I'm gonna go for that.
Very nice. In general, that was a great fucking TV show.
Yeah, it was a great TV show. Yeah,
I really like that.
Number 4. Oh, jeez. There's a few popping in my head now as well. There's a few popping in my head.
I should have written mine down, but I've got it. I think I've got it.
Okay, well, wait, let me do mine.
All right.
It's my question.
I know.
Okay, and then I think number 4. Right, you know what? I'm kind of going like order now of like when I encountered them growing up, but I think that's I like it. Number 4 is actually going to be another cartoon.
Okay.
And it's going to be the X-Men theme.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
This is great.
Dun,
Because
dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I made when I made my list, I was thinking about like I was thinking about theme tunes that I like knew the words to and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like it's almost like a jingle sort of thing.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
you think about like how many of them are not like they're not really songs or jingles.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like an instrumental sort of thing. But they're just as good because
Yeah.
you're still there going like just like dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, like, and you know it all as well, and you're just like because you fucking watched it so many times on summer holidays, like. So that's good. I like yours. Yours
Yeah.
don't have like actual like lyrics yet.
No, not
That's
at
great.
all. No. God, I don't know TV themes. I don't remember that many with lots of lyrics.
I have a couple.
Okay, all right, okay. So now I'm on to number 3, and I am going to have to go. With I think Crystal Maze.
Choice.
Just because
Very
again,
good, yeah.
it's just that point of like that always being the thing to watch.
Yeah, it's like I mean, it was just one of those things that sort of like it stood out. That was the reason, because you watched it, because you wouldn't be like, duh, 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 like, just going along with it. Just like,
and just seeing the big crystal with the music playing was just like, yes,
yeah.
We're gonna have an adventure. Number 2 is Red Dwarf.
Oh yeah, Blades.
Number 2 is Red Dwarf. That is an awesome fucking. I love that. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
Goldfish bowls nibbling up my toes.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
It's cold outside. There's no kind of atmosphere.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
More alone,
more or less. Let me fly far away from here. Some other lyric in the fun. Yes.
Oh, fucked up. Sun in the fun.
So yeah, definitely Red Dwarf.
That's really good.
Okay, now number 1.
That's number 2.
That's number 2.
Cool.
Number 1 is actually. See, I know already in my head. I'm changing all my ideas. I'm going to stick with them for the show.
Yep.
Number 1 is when I was growing up. A show I watched all the fucking time, was quite obsessed with, and my favourite theme, just because how much I loved the show and how much I watched it.
Yeah.
Growing up, is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mate, Sarah said the exact same thing.
Did she?
Yeah. But it was that. I tell you what, man, it reminded me of The Offspring. You know, like kids aren't
it sounded
alright.
just like the Buffy theme. But I never heard her. Yeah.
That guitar screech,
So, mate, and they always cut the clips in the intro really good with the music changes. Like it was real. I was really into it.
No, that's cool. I like that.
So I went. What did I go? I went Rugrats. I went
X-Men.
I went Quantum Leap. Oh, Mr. Quantum Leap! Fucking hell, Mr. Quantum Leap! Okay, if I was to do it, Quantum Leap would replace Crystal Maze and go in at number 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's what I'm going to say. But I'm actually going to officially do that. Fuck the rules. So yeah, Rugrats, X-Men, Quantum Leap, Red Dwarf, Buffy.
That's a great list.
Yeah, thank you.
And I generally on at least these TV, I thought ours would cross over, and they surprisingly haven't.
Wow, really?
That's really good. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to hear yours and be like, yes, of course.
I mean, yeah, I've just got to remember what the 4th one was, because I can't actually remember what I fucking wrote down now.
Can't you look at it if you wrote it down?
No, I didn't write it down. I wrote it down in my head.
Oh, right. Okay.
In my head, I was imagining myself writing it down.
That's a very smart phone you have.
Number 5
yes.
Was actually It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, nice. Very nice. I played that song at my wedding.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
When people were coming in, I played it to the guests coming in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played the theme.
I don't think I watched
Sunny.
it by then. I don't remember.
Oh, well, it was, I played it as guests were coming in at the wedding.
Yeah, apparently you played like Frank Ocean at the same time. I was like, no,
yeah,
don't remember that.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You're a liar. I think you're a liar, Greg. That's 2 songs I didn't hear.
You were there.
Played Jump Around 3 times. At Lizzie's
not
request.
during the disco, during the guest arriving in the ceremony room.
Weird, wouldn't it? We got to make a separate playlist, otherwise it's going to cross over at some point.
Okay, so Always Sunny, yeah, very good.
Yeah, because it was, I think, always like the way that the episodes start, and obviously it's like a glimpse into what's going to be happening in the episode, and then it will just cut. But it's quite like the music's almost like adds part of like the funny.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
Like,
no, it
it's
does,
almost,
absolutely, yeah.
It's quite sort of odd how they do it. So that's my number 5.
Yeah.
I still can't remember what my number 4 is, which is really annoying.
That is annoying, yes.
Yes, because it was again, it wasn't like a lyric.
So we're gonna try and describe the one you can't remember.
It wasn't like
to
a
me.
lyric thing. Oh, God, now I've got Sweet Valley High in my head. I'm going to take this.
Galaxy High.
Galaxy High.
Was it?
Nope, but I'm taking out my fucking choice and putting Galaxy High in there, because that is so much better.
Yeah, I can't do
So number 4 is now Galaxy High.
Nice, okay.
Galaxy High. Galaxy High. Number 3 is this is an old school one. I don't know how many people are going to remember this, but it was a kids TV show.
Spooks of Bottle Bay.
No, it was Maid Marian.
Oh, and a Merry Men had a cat from Red Dwarf in it. Yeah,
like,
of course. Yeah.
That show was fucking
that was
brilliant.
great. That was a favourite. That one.
That was always good, and it was like, you kind of could tell like some of the people like from Blackadder were in it as well, like Tony Robinson.
Yeah.
Tony Robinson, the time rapist.
Coming soon.
What about a time travelling rapist? How about that? There's a TV show for you.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Okay, here we go.
Is Only Fools and Horses intro.
Oh, very, very good.
Stick a pony in your pocket.
Very, very good. I put the suitcase in the van.
Yeah, that's the one.
So good.
we used to go around to Lawrence's house and put it on a like double speed, and it was so much fun. For some reason, it was just such a funny song because instead of being like dun 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 dun, and it's just like dun 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 dun, stick a bone. Like it was so good, and all the drums and shit are like all sped up, and it's just oh man, it's improved massively in double the speed. And then number one, out of nowhere.
Interesting. Here we go.
It's one of the
stand
best.
By, viewers. Stand by.
Best in my head.
Listeners. Silent witness. The news.
Baywatch.
I was in Serban the other day.
Are you ever eavesdropping?
No, well, it's not really a eavesdropping. It was just on the talk of crazy people. The Nazi guy in Surbiton. He was by the bench the other night whilst I was waiting for a bus, and he was going off.
Was he?
I got a front row seat to his madness, and I kept looking at him, and he kind of he was shouting stuff because he knew that I'd been looking at him, and like walked very, very close to me, but then walked along to another person who had also been staring at him, and this person was on their phone, and this guy just starts like talking to him, and the guy was just like, I'm clearly on the fucking phone, fuck off. And he's just like, but he's still going for it, talking absolute bollocks. Then I hear him just like, I've been arrested so many times, I'm very scared of the police. And it's like, stop acting like a cunt.
Yeah,
then,
stop
really.
being a dick.
Stop being a dick. He's like shouting and shit.
You know you're known as Nazi man. You're known as Nazi
You're known as Nazi man. Which is, again, the worst superhero.
Yeah. Who hangs outside Waitrose, isn't he?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, outside Waitrose.
His special power is gas, just being fired at people. Poisonous gas, just being fired at people.
That's why you can't use the public phone boxes in Serbian, because once you're in there and shut the door, he comes underneath.
Perfect.
Gas who? That should be a Rich Quicker Disturbance villain, actually.
What, Nazi man?
Nazi man.
Yeah, Nazi see that coming.
Okay, no, I did Nazi see that coming.
That's how puns work, Joe.
This is great.
I'm getting out of here. I know one. I wish Bruce Willis said that. I wish he just left. I wish he just left the film set.
Oh wait, no, I'm not. I'm gonna die on this rock.
And fucking
spoiler alert.
If
you haven't seen Armageddon,
stick around. It'll be good. Stick around.
Who I also met whilst I was in New York, does an amazing old Groucho impression, which I strongly recommend seeking out. But anyway, that's by the way. So what I'm saying is, have a very, very happy anniversary. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That isn't much, to be fair. So just stick with what you were going to do. Have a pint on me, not literally on me, because it's not that I'm teetotal. It's just there's only so many suits a man can buy, and quite frankly, New York did set me back a bit. So I prefer it if you didn't spill any alcohol on my suit. But anyway, happy anniversary is basically what I'm trying to say. So oh yes, and also www.podnose.com. Bye. The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.